Hello students, you're welcome to LODL's lecture series. Well, this is MK318 Public Relations in Organization, and this video is for study session 5, Public Relations Research and Evaluation. Refusal to do research in public relations is like trying to solve a new problem with an old method. The way in which new problem crops up in public relations is enormous as trends and technology changes almost on a daily basis. Thus, there is a need for us to actually perform our research to see where we are with the public. At the end of this study session, we should be able to do the following. 1. Explain research and the forms of public relations research. 2. Explain the ways in which research can be used. And 3. Discuss the scope of public relations research. Let's start with the definition of research. Research is defined as a systematic, controlled, empirical, and critical investigation of hypothetical propositions about the presumed relationship among natural phenomena. That was the definition of Kellinger in 1979. Research can also be said to be a systematic probing of the relationship existing between variables. The implication is that a research exercise is usually geared towards providing a dependable solution to a problem. It usually raises questions as to why certain things happen in certain conditions, and what is the relationship between certain things, and how best can this be controlled. There are different types of research. We have the applied research, we have the pure and the basic research, and we have the introspective research. Let's start with applied research. Applied research from the name is only carried out because of its importance, because of its usefulness to something else. As the name implies, applied research is used to act in public relations, is used to aid management decisions regarding specific personal problems, sales strategy, image problem, information diffusion problem, etc. It is in public research, in public relations, applied research is used in two contexts. The first one is strategic research, and the second one is evaluation research. Strategic research borders on empirical evaluation of public relations, offering campaigns. Evaluation research is concerned with systematic examination of the potential of such offering or campaigns in solving the problem that they are meant to solve. Pure or basic research is only needed for academic use. This is an investment in why some certain things happen, under which condition do they happen, and why do they happen, and how best can they be controlled or can they be avoided. It is majorly used for academic purposes only, whereas introspective research is the process of thinking deeply about your own introspective. According to Summers, is the process of thinking deeply about your own thoughts and feelings about what is real, the real meaning of your thoughts. Thus, in public relations, and introspective research is an inward look at the public relation as a distinct field of learning. This we want to know where it started, where it is, and where it is going. Ways in which research can be used. Research can be used in the following ways. 1. To formulate strategy. Attempting to formulate any policy without adequate research means you are only guessing, and guessing won't actually work in an organization, because that means you are about wasting a large amount of money, because a large amount of money is invested in public relations in an organization. Another ways in which research is used in public relations is to gauge success. Research can be used to gauge success in the sense that if you actually perform a research, if you've actually done a program, or if you've used a campaign to actually boost sales, research can actually tell you if that campaign is successful or not, or even if it's successful, which level, to which extent is it successful. That is what research do. Another way in which research is used in public relations is to test messages. What we mean by testing messages is that sometimes when you send a message to the public, sometimes they don't really get the message you are sending, or they might actually have a different view of the message you have sent. Thus, you can actually carry out a research to actually know if the public have actually got the message, the real message that you sent, and how did they get it? If they got the real message or they got it in a different way. Another way is to get publicity. You can actually get publicity by performing research. For example, when you send field assistants to a particular town to actually ask them about the perception about your products, even when they don't know a lot about your products, with your field assistant there, they are getting to know more about your products, and that might actually improve their patronage of your products, because they might feel that you care, and when they feel that you care, they would patronize the products more. Another thing is to sway opinion. We sometimes perform research in public relations to sway opinion. Sometimes you'll be amazed at what some of your publics know about you, or against what you think they know. You can only find out the knowledge of the public about what you've been doing or what you do by actually performing the research to test what they know, what they do not know. Scope of public relations in research. Kelvin Ganagi 1977 and Wim and Dominic 2003 identified the scope of public relations research as 1. Environmental monitoring, 2. Public relations audits, 3. Communication audits, 4. Social audit, and 5. Evaluation research. Let's start with environmental monitoring. This involves the accumulation of baseline data concerning the social, political, and economic issues and trends. This means you are trying to determine what people want, how they want it, so that you can actually provide tailor-made services that will suit them. The second one is public relations audit. This entails introspective studies of public relations practitioners, disposition to the profession. It involves deliberate studies aimed at finding out the stakeholders' overall attitude, behavior, and perception towards the organization. The third one is communication audit. This borders on the effectiveness on the channel of communication in which you have used in actually getting across to the public. This channel of communication could be newsletter, annual reports, or company products. And you want to know if people are actually getting the message you are sending to them, and even if they get the message you send to them, through which media or through which medium did they get the message. The fourth one is social audit. This one is one of the potent means an organization can use to find out the public perception of its social action. The emphasis here is on investigating the public assessment of an organization's level of commitment to its social responsibility. And the fifth one is evaluation research. As the name implies, this one is geared to know the outcome of a campaign that you have actually done. For example, if you have tried to actually promote sales of a particular product using a 2-in-1 offer or any other offer, this one thing, by carrying out an evaluation research, it tells you where you are before you actually you introduce the campaign, and where you are after the campaign. That can be used to gauge the success of the campaign. Evaluation. Evaluation asks this question: how effective has our strategies been? Usually, when you adopt one method in public relations, when you actually want to actually do a campaign, you adopt a campaign, and you must evaluate its effectiveness, as the effectiveness of the campaign would let you know if the campaign you adopted is right or not. Any public relation process without built-in evaluation mechanism would at best be a guesswork. You will never know if it worked or not. And even if it worked, you will not know why it worked. And if it doesn't work, you will not know why it doesn't work. One thing you should know is that there is no one public relation approach that is a surefire for success. Thus, what you can use now that might be successful might not be successful when you are seeing another problem. Thus, before you mount any kind of campaign, you must equally put a proper evaluation mechanism in order to assess how well you have achieved your set campaign goals and objectives. To do a good job of evaluation research, You must know where you are before the campaign and be able to assess your campaign by evaluating the present and the past. And evaluation research set out procedures for determining the success of public relation plan from the beginning. Thank you very much for listening.